IF Warriors, today I'm going to share my thoughts on Refeed Days. IF Warriors, what's going on? It's your boy Edward V, ready to give you another video. This time I want to share my thoughts on the whole Refeed Day and if I think it's beneficial, if I think it's not beneficial, and what I feel should be the route that one goes. However, when it comes to this thing of Refeed Days, I feel like that is somewhat of a personal preference. If that is something that you need to do so that you can feel so that you don't feel so deprived in doing your specific regimen, your specific eating regimen, and it helps you, then it's hard to be against something like that. It's really hard to be against something like that. My personal take on what I do is I do not do any refeed days. I go consistently 100%. I do intermittent fasting every single day, and I try to hit my calorie counts every single day. Do I sometimes go over my calorie counts? Yes. And do I occasionally have situations where I'm just don't even measure my calories and I completely possibly obliterate my calories? Yes, those are days like special outings and stuff like that. Yeah, I would do that. That would happen. But those aren't refeed days. Those aren't on a weekly cycle. It's just sporadic. It might be, sometimes it might be 2 times in a week. Sometimes it might be in no weeks until like 2 months from today or something. It just is sporadic. I do not completely deprive myself of having a normal life in terms of eating. So if someone tells me, hey, let's go out, there's like a special, dinner thing and they want me to go, and I go, yeah, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat normally. Depending on the time, I might even break my whole fasting thing for that day. But I have the ability to snap right back into it. And if you ever see my video on should you cheat or not, that I made a few months ago, in that video I talk about bad habits and good habits, and how easy it is, and how some people have the ability to snap into something, snap out of something, snap right back into it flawlessly. Other people don't have that ability. Some people do. Some people do something that's very hard to do, get the ability to do it, get the rhythm, then snap it and cannot come back from it. And for those people, I always say, tread lightly when it comes to refeed windows or cheating or anything like that. Now, are refeed windows good? See, this is the thing. Just because I don't do something doesn't mean that it's not uh, the best thing to do or the worst thing to do. Like I said, in my last video, the TDEE video, the TDEE technically is the most efficient way to lose weight, but I don't use it. I use BMR, and like minus 500 for my BMR. And then that to me, that's the thing. I want to do what is more like my thing, my rhythm, my flow. If something that makes me have the least possible resistance and makes me, be able to do it and comfortably, then that's what I like to do. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the 100% correct thing to do. That's why I'm always going to try to tell you what is beneficial as an overall thing, as opposed to just exactly what I do. So refeed refeed days are actually good if you think about it. Refeed days allows a person to be stay sane when it comes to working out. It allows them to be very, very diligent with their calorie intake, knowing that they will give themselves a prize on Sunday or on Saturday, whenever they decide to make their refeed days. And that's something to to take into account, that the importance of that, because eating regimen, dieting, working out, everything is such a heavy mental game. It's such a heavy mental game that you need to be able to do things to hack your mind, to say, you know what, yes, let's keep doing this, let's keep doing this, let's keep doing this, because you're causing it feels almost traumatic to your body that you're losing all this weight, that you're going at a calorie deficit, that you're doing all these things. Your body doesn't really want to be in that position, and not because it's unhealthy, just because it's uncomfortable for the body. The body doesn't want to just disperse energy. The body does not want to break muscle tissues and reform them. It creates your body to do more work, and so it'll reciprocate in your thoughts, in your mind, and your feelings. So if you can create a system where you hack your mind, and that's, to me, what a refeed window essentially does. It gives you the ability to have a prize at the end. Know that you're going to be fine, this week, because Sunday you're going to be able to eat this amazing amount of food that you want, that you don't, have to pay attention to. And calorie deficits work on, like I said before in one of my previous videos, where I said don't freak out if you went over your calories. It works on a weekly, on a monthly, on a yearly basis. Just because you're not in your calorie deficit on Sunday, but you were in your calorie deficit from Monday to Saturday, I mean, you're at a caloric deficit for the week. It doesn't matter if you go over your calories on Sunday, you will still be at a caloric deficit for a week. Don't minimize or turn it into this 1 day per day thing. Like, if you didn't do your calories on Sunday, you're done. No, if you did your calories Monday through Saturday, if you were below your calorie deficit, you're most likely under your caloric deficit for the week. You have a weekly time frame too. You have a monthly time frame. You have a yearly time frame. At the end of the year, where you at a caloric deficit, you have that thing at the end of the month where you're at a caloric deficit. Doesn't matter if the first week you weren't, the last 3 weeks you were, or it doesn't matter if the last week of the month you weren't, but the first 3 weeks you were. What are your total numbers for the month? You understand? So whatever can make you guys do something, to whatever makes it easiest for you to stay on track, I have no qualms with. So if you want to do, a lot of people have asked me, like, yo, what do you think? Refeed windows, they're like, that's should not even happen. That's a no-go. That's not good, because you're messing yourself up. Do I do it? No. Do I think it's a good tool? Yes. And the reason I don't do it is because I personally don't need to do it. I personally don't need to do it. What I do is, I just don't limit myself with anything when it comes to, like, if someone's gonna ask me to go somewhere, I of course I don't abuse it. If someone asks me to go out Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday, I don't do that. But if someone asks me to go out, on a Saturday and go out and eat and something, I'll go. I just snap right back into my fasting the next day. So that's kind of why because I'm so confident in my ability to fast, no matter what, that I'll do whatever thing. I don't have to have like a specific thing to keep me sane, like a specific day that I always go above my calories. I might not go above my calories for 3 weeks, and then one day out of that the fourth week, I might go on, it's out and eat and go above my calories. So I know that I have that flexibility to do something like that and then come right back out of it. That's the only reason why I don't do a refeed window, because I'm just very confident in my ability to fast. But if it helps you, definitely is a good tool. Definitely. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoy my thoughts on refeed windows. And of course, if you have any other questions to any other videos that I've had in the past, I have one right here and I have one right here. Also, please subscribe. I would gladly appreciate it. Have a nice one. Have a good one. IF Warriors, I will see you next week. Thank you. And which is contingent on the questions that I receive. So if I receive a question, a high amount of questions regarding the same issue, then I will create a video for it. Just because this is what you guys are asking for, and I'm trying to give you the knowledge that you want to hear. So moving into this video, how to measure the amount of calories that you're supposed to take in. You'll probably be already in your deathbed by the time you get to your muscles, and yeah, 0% body fat, you'll probably just die from some type of a sickness or something like that. So why does your HGH go up? Your HGH goes up to protect your muscle tissues. The reason, but what is happening exactly is, the reason it's going up is because your body's detecting that you're not eating. When your body detects that you're not eating, it shoots your HGH up to ensure that your muscles remain intact. When that happens, your body fat